All right, something big is happening in the world of real estate. We're seeing a huge leadership shakeup at the very top. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly who is taking charge and, more importantly, what it all means for the future of the business. You know, the industry is just moving at lightning speed right now. It's all about technology and data. So the big question is, who's going to steer the ship through all this change? Well, some of the biggest players are placing their bets on brand new leaders to do just that. We're going to zoom in on three key organizations: the National Association of Realtors, the North Carolina Association of Realtors, and up in Canada, Realtors.ca. By looking at these big appointments, we can start to piece together where the industry is heading. Okay, first up, the National Association of Realtors. You know them as NAR, and they are making a huge bet on data. I mean, they're not just dipping their toes in, they've created a whole new C-suite role just for this. And here he is, David Conroy, NAR's very first Chief Data Officer. People are calling this a major milestone for their whole digital strategy. He's jumping into the role in early January. Now, what's really interesting here is that this isn't some outsider. For Conroy, this is a total homecoming. Get this, he actually started his career as a software engineer right at NAR. Then he did stints at state associations, came back as NAR's Director of Technology. So yeah, this isn't just a new hire. It's them bringing back one of their own, a real seasoned pro. And this quote from NAR's CEO, Nikia Wright, really says it all. She says, data is one of NAR's most important strategic assets. So you see, this isn't just about organizing spreadsheets. It's about weaponizing data to give members a real competitive advantage. We're talking things like predicting market trends before they happen, or creating super personalized services for clients. And listen, Conroy's hire isn't happening in a vacuum. It's actually part of a much bigger executive shakeup. They're calling it a re-engineering. They're bringing in a whole new team to run the show, from finance and industry relations to legal and member engagement. It's a top-to-bottom overhaul. All right, let's switch gears and head down to North Carolina. The Association of Realtors there is playing a different game. Instead of creating a new tech role, they're doubling down on their core operations by bringing in a tried-and-true industry leader. So, let's meet Amanda Stinton. She's the new Chief Operating Officer, and she's no rookie. We're talking more than 17 years of leadership experience in this industry. She's set to start on December 15th. And just to give you an idea of her clout in the industry, she just landed at number 185 on the 2025 Swanepoel Power 200 list. Now, that's basically the who's who of the most powerful people in residential real estate. So, yeah, she's a big deal. NCAR's CEO Andrea Bushnell said that Stinton's deep experience in strategy and leadership is going to be a tremendous asset. And it makes sense, right? With her background at NAR and as the CEO of the Women's Council of Realtors, she knows exactly what it takes to deliver real value to their, 55,000 members. That's a huge job. Okay, now let's head north of the border to Canada and check out Realtor.ca. They're taking a totally different approach. This is fascinating. They're bringing in a leader from way outside the real estate bubble to really shake things up and drive innovation. The new person in charge is Scott Neal. He's been named the new CEO of Realtor.ca, which is part of the Canadian Real Estate Association. He'll be taking over on January 5th. And here's where it gets really interesting, and you can see their strategy crystal clear. Neal's resume, it doesn't have real estate associations on it. Nope. It's got big tech written all over it. We're talking eBay, Microsoft, Mercedes-Benz, and get this, he was most recently the CEO of Kijiji Canada. So what's the game plan? He's not looking to tear down what's already there. Realtor.ca is a trusted name. Instead, he wants to build on that foundation and hit the accelerator. We're talking about driving major innovation, fully embracing AI, finding new ways to make money, and just making the whole platform way more valuable for realtors and homebuyers alike. Okay, so let's step back for a second. We've got three huge appointments and three very different strategies. What happens when we connect the dots? What does this tell us about the new playbook for the entire real estate industry? Well, what we're seeing are three really clear paths forward. You've got NAR, who's all about unlocking the power of their own data. Then there's NCAR, focused on reinforcing their operations with a battle-tested industry pro. And finally, Realtor.ca is injecting some outside tech DNA to spark innovation. Three different approaches to the same challenge. But here's the crucial takeaway. It doesn't really matter which path they're taking. The message is loud and clear. Having expertise in data, technology, and strategic growth, that's not just a bonus anymore. It's now table stakes for leadership in real estate. It is absolutely essential. And that leaves us with one final, pretty big question, right? With all these tech experts and data wizards now sitting in the driver's seat, is real estate's next big disruption already happening? It really feels like the industry isn't just waiting for the future anymore. It's busy building it.